Unit 5 Gender Equality Lesson 1 Track 47 New words. Listen and repeat.
1,
Rights.
2,
Allow.
3,
Property.
4,
Election.
5.
Vote. Lesson 1 Track 48 Listening. Listen to Emma talking to her grandma, Donna. What is Emma's project about?
Excuse me, Grandma. Can you help me with my history project?
Yes, Emma. What would you like to know?
I'm trying to find out what life was like for women 100 years ago.
Well, I'm not that old, but I can tell you what it was like for my mother.
Great. Is it true that women couldn't vote 100 years ago?
That's right. Women won the right to vote in 1920.
What other things couldn't women do?
They couldn't do a lot of jobs. Most women stayed at home or did low-paid jobs.
What kind of jobs were they able to do?
Store clerks, office workers, and factory workers. Things like that.
How much money did they earn?
Not much. My mom worked in a shoe factory, and she watched men earn more money than her, even though they were doing the same job.
What? That's not fair.
I know. It made her really angry. It wasn't until the 1960s that the government made employers pay their workers equally.
Were women allowed to own property back then?
Yes, but it wasn't easy. Banks wouldn't let unmarried women borrow money.
Really?
Yes, banks would lend money to married women, but the husband still owned the property.
Thanks so much, Grandma.
You're welcome.
Unit 5 Gender Equality Lesson 3 Track 57 Listening. Listen to a talk about Amelia Earhart. Where is this talk taking place?
Good morning and welcome to Women of History. I'm going to talk about Amelia Earhart, one of the most famous female pilots of the 20th century. She actually learned how to fly right here. Amelia was born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897 and grew up with her parents and younger sister. When she was 24, she took her first flying lesson. 6 months later, she bought her first plane. She used it to set her first woman's record by flying as high as 14,000 feet. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. 7 years later, she became the first person to fly solo across the Pacific. Amelia was the first woman to do things only male pilots did. The American people loved her, and she even received a medal from the president. In 1937, she was ready for a last challenge. She wanted to be the first woman to fly around the world. On June 1st, Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, began their 29,000-mile journey. On July 2nd, 1937, Amelia Earhart's plane disappeared. The last time anyone heard from her was at 8:45 a.m. Despite many searches over the years, no one knows what happened to Amelia Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Today, she is remembered for being one of the greatest female pilots of the 20th century.